So welcome everyone. So many people, mashallah.
Yes, microphone.
Okay, because I won't say it. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to our volunteers, interns, and welcome to our new colleagues, inshallah. And welcome our colleagues for every day. So we are honored and very happy to welcome you, Dr. Hani. And it will be very interesting because, mashallah, when Dr. Hani speaks, you have to listen carefully each word because, mashallah, he has so many experience and he's very, how can I say, inspiring person. So, profitez because it's very valuable. So, inshallah, I'll let you with our dear doctor. Inshallah.
جزاك الله خير. شكرا. طيب الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Media brother, can you come here in case if you want to change the camera? الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. I'm very happy to be with you today. Very, very happy. In English, in Arabic, in Urdu, in Bosnian, Bosniak, and you are half. In Kurdish, yes. In Amazigh, Spanish, Urdu, or Hindi? Hindi? What do you speak? Tamil. Oh, Tamil tigers. The tigers. You made it very difficult for the Sri Lankan. Actually, that's right. Very happy to see this universal Islamic relief inside Geneva, and most of you are at the age of mid-20s, which is very dynamic age, very vibrant age, and very effective age, but it needs direction. Especially at this age, actually you have the energy, you have the power, you have the dream, but you need a direction. I will go around, ask each one of you to introduce herself or himself in a minute. Okay, sister?
I'm not in 20. I finished.
Huh?
I'm not in 20.
You are in 21.
Yeah, okay. But I'm a civil engineer from Syria. Okay. What else?
Well, you have been here as a citizen.
I have been here from 15 years.
Oh, Bismillah, mashallah.
Yeah. And I was working like civil engineer before.
Alhamdulillah.
But now I changed
Career.
director.
Thank you. Sister?
My name is Julia. I am and I am here for 4 months.
Month, inshallah. Thank you.
I am Fahima.
Fahima. You understand? No one who understands.
Yes. I am 23 years old and I am joining here as an intern, inshallah.
Bismillah, mashallah.
I'm Anissa. I'm 26 years old. I'm here since 2022.
And you are still 22.
Yes. And I'm here to help with the relationship.
Very good.
Relationship with the
Are you originally from Bosnia?
No.
Turkish, Bismillah, mashallah. Ottoman. Sultana. Sultana Hanim, Khatun.
I'm Sabina. I'm here from for 6 months.
No. And you are Bosnian?
Yes.
Very good.
My name is Ayun. I'm 31. I've been working.
You don't have to mention your age.
Your age, but you say 20s. I said I'm 30s now. I hope
Okay.
still 20s, but
Yeah, okay, accept
Alhamdulillah
you.
ala kulli hal. So I've been here for 4 months now,
Yeah.
and I'm working in the marketing department.
For what?
Marketing department.
Marketing department. Okay. Give him the microphone.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yunus, and we got invited here today to get to know the team and to see behind the scenes and just to get a picture of Islamic Relief. And inshallah, we're excited.
Very good.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hamza. As same as the two colleagues, I'm here to see how Islamic Relief works and to see how it goes.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, my name is Rani. I got two names, Rani and Muhammad, if one is too complicated. I was born and raised in Zurich, and I'm also here with my two colleagues to see how Islamic Relief is built up, to learn much more about it, and also to, I also searching for the direction to release all my drive and my working motivation, inshallah.
Thank you. That's most of it. Alhamdulillah wa sallallahu ala Rasulullah. First of all, don't be shy to ask any question. I will speak, you can stop me, or you can actually ask question later on or now, but actually don't be shy to ask any question. Whether this question is right or wrong, it is your right to ask. It's your right to ask. My name is Hani Al-Banna. We started Islamic Relief in 1984. Before that, I was actually this way, so I can focus on myself. Before that, two things happened to my life. I was a medical doctor, actually working in the hospital in Birmingham in UK. In 1982, two things happened which led me to change or to think to change my career. First of all, there was a massacre in Hama. This was February 1982. The second one, there was another massacre in Tripoli. Where? In not Tripoli, in the capital, Beirut. In Beirut, by the invasion, actually, and the support in Sabra and Shatila. You remember the name of the camp? Still up till now, it's still in Beirut. Sabra and Shatila camp. In Hama, more than 40,000 people have been killed in less than 3 weeks or 4 weeks. In Sabra and Shatila, maybe about 7,000 to 8,000 Palestinians have been killed by the invasion of the neighboring countries, Israel, as well as the support of the non-Muslim in the area. These two incidents, or big shock, led me to think again about what I am doing. So this is the first way to change my career from being a doctor, because I came to Britain to get my doctorate and go back. I came to England in 1977, and now nearly 48 years ago, more than 48 years ago. This is number one. In 1983, there was a famine in Africa, East Africa, happened in Ethiopia. And the big number of people came to Sudan. And the media was focusing only on the Christian refugees, not on all the refugees. When I visited Sudan in December 1983, we discovered that the media was lying. As always, the media is lying. There's something you have to keep it here. الإعلام كثيرا ما يكذب والآن يكذب أكثر. Media many times make lies, and now they are making more lies. As you can see, the coverage of Sudan, the coverage of Gaza, the coverage of everywhere. And when I visited Sudan in December 1983, we discovered that the Muslim refugees as well as non-Muslim refugees. But the media never talked about the Muslim refugees, which is the Western media at that time. So this is the third point. So you have got Sabra and Shatila, you've got Haman in 1982, then you have got the lies of the media in 1983, which made me change my mind 100 degree, 180 degree. I came back from there with a lot of photographs from a Sudanese brother who was actually hosting me there in a medical meeting, and he told me, so it changed my mind. So I took the photographs and I started with a friend of mine who was doing his PhD in chemistry at Birmingham University. I was doing my Doctor of Medicine in medical school in Birmingham University, and both of us started in January 1984 the organization. Clear? You know what? The date we started was on the 17th of January. So in 10 days' time, sisters and brothers, you have to celebrate the 42nd anniversary of Islamic Relief. 17th of January. Got it? It was Tuesday. It was 6 o'clock or half past 6. What time was it?
It was 6 o'clock.
Or half past 6? Anyway, we started at that time. No budget, no office, no big names, no money, no employees, nothing. At your age, at that time, how old I was at that time? 1984, I should have been just 33 plus. Older than all of you, but still young. Okay? At that time, and Ihsan was younger than me, than my colleague in the faculty of chemistry in the University of Birmingham. So we started. We said, let's go start. How? We went to open a bank account. First of all, after I knew the news in Sudan, I was stopping in Cairo to see my family because I'm originally from Egypt. And I started to tell them about this, what's happening in Sudan and here, and they started to give me some money. The first donation, or the second donation, it was the first donation. The second donation from a child at the age of 9 was 20 pence. Was chocolate bar. Chocolate money? Chocolate. Have you got any chocolate here? No chocolate? No chocolate?
Only
Switzerland is about chocolate making, isn't it? Chocolate factory is in Switzerland. Even the American brothers and sisters, when they used to come from America, used to come to Europe to get the Swiss chocolate. And all of you are here without one chocolate?
It's all eaten already.
All eaten?
Yes.
So what I'm going to eat?
We get you more, inshallah.
Inshallah, okay. All eaten. Alhamdulillah. So this is how we started. For you, don't ever, and this is the message, for every part of my talk, I'll give a message. Don't ever and never stop because you don't have resources, especially financial resources. Never. Never and never. Just start to carry on what you can do, because you can do what somebody else cannot do. I said about the young boy at the age of 9 gave us 20 pence. This is the second donation, not the first donation. You know the first donation came to us from whom? when I was going to Sudan in 1983 in December, I went to the mosque in London and I asked the Imam for donation. He opened the drawer and they get me a bundle of money of £300 for the ticket. You know, this was the first donation. And none of us up till now know who was the donor. Was she a woman like you? Or she is a man? She was a man like you. Nobody knows. Was she European, African, Arab, Asian? Nobody knows. And here, الصدقة المخفية is a second message. Second message for you. الصدقة المخفية تعمل العجب. The hidden صدقة, its power is unimaginable. So you can imagine that after 42 years, when this woman was the first donor, or this man, could be a man or a woman, we don't know. When he comes or she comes and meet Allah, Allah will tell her, what's your name?
May.
May. It's an Arabic name? Alhamdulillah. May, look at this. She said, Allah, what is this? He said, you remember? And he showed her the video. You remember May, when you went to the mosque in London and you give the £300 and get the video of May? He said, yes. Was that me? I was so young. I was, He said, do you remember this £300? He said, yes, I remember that. What you will tell her, look at all this. This was the first seed. Because this became a ticket, the ticket became an organization. This is the third message. Third message. You got it? Keep writing the messages. Because we are here not to talk about a talk which lets you to feel, I'm excited. Forget it. I'm not here to get you excited. I'm not here to get you waking up. I gave you a hadith about how the Sahaba was sacrificing. Okay, fine. After that, have you done what they have done? No. Don't talk about the hadith. When you talk about the hadith and the sacrifice of the Sahaba, you should be sacrificing your time and your effort and your money, like them. Don't just take me back a few hundred years ago, 1,000 years ago, I said, Sahaba done this, so what you have done? Or our history in Syria was civilizations, what you have done? Or our history in Iraq, you are from Arbil. Like, you are from Kurdish. Yes. Yeah. Oh, so what you have done, Salah ad-Din has done, what you have done, nothing. Don't talk about Salah ad-Din. Okay. Don't talk about the Abbasiyin. Don't talk about the Andalusiyin. Don't talk about the Ottoman. No, talk about yourself. Okay? Don't talk about the Umayyad. You know, the kingdom of Islam at the time of the Umayyad was from China to Indonesia. Now what? Look at the Syrian. She is laughing. Anyway, this is the messages of the first two donations. One of them from somebody that we don't know him or her. The second one from a young boy at the age of 9. These are messages, okay? So when you want to start something, do not, and never stop because you don't have any resources. Then I came back from Sudan. I started to give khutbah in Friday in the university. We raised about £500, and the money I raised from my family in Egypt, and the 20 pence, and to open a bank account. That's it. Nothing was there. This was a very, very, very simple beginning. You were talking about an initiative in the mosque, brother, Waqf, for the people who are going to learn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Learn what? Quran. In Egypt? Arabic. Yeah. Egypt, okay. Start as a small, very seed, like small seed. This one day could be a very big organization. So maybe if your mosque is wise enough, you can nurture your idea to become an organization, a Waqf organization. This is how simple is the beginning. Do you want to ask any question about the beginning before I go to another point?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
So you told us it's really simple that you started only with, for example, the first donations, the 20 cents from the chocolate bar, the all-in-one 300 pound plane ticket that you got. But when, like, this was the first days, but when was the stone like starting to roll? You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, yeah.
When it's like, what
I
was
speak
like
English. I
the-
speak English, thank you.
No, it's okay.
Carry on.
Yes.
Yeah, when start roll.
Yeah.
I didn't say something which I forgot to mention. You know who was helping me and my brother at the very beginning? The first people to support me and my colleague when we started were the young school children, secondary school children, and university students. From 84 to 92 or 91 were the secondary school children. You know why? Because the Asian community, as you came from India, Mother India. Have you seen Mother India movie? Go and see it. Beautiful movie. In the 50s. I was crying when I saw it in the cinema. Mother India. It's about nearly 3 hours movie. Anyway, the Asian community came from India. And India was a class country. The people were being created from the foot of the god, or the leg, or the thigh, or the waist, or the head, or the nose, or the arms. That's right? You don't know India. She's from India, but she does not know India. There was actually, so they came from a class country. So the Muslim who became separated from India, like Pakistan, Bangladesh, still have this culture. And when they saw medical doctor sitting down with their children, said, "Oh, it's a big thing for them. For us, as Arabs, we're like anybody else, because too many doctors in Syria, too many doctors in Egypt, too many doctors in Algeria, too many doctors in Sudan, and they used to mix together. But in India was not the same. That's why they trusted us, because they could not be able to realize that those doctors can sit down with the common people. That's why all the young people from the Asian community were given to us, because the mothers, it's you. The mothers trusted us at the very beginning. So the people, as you said, kept it going, were the people at the age of 17, 18, 19, 20. Then some of them was doing as university students, from 18 to 25 at that time. From 84 to 91, 92. Any other question about the beginning? Don't feel shy. You can speak in Arabic, you can speak in Urdu, you can speak in Swiss, you can speak in German,
Kurdish.
you can speak in Kurdish. We have got many people to translate. You can speak in Bosniak or Serbo-Croat? Bosniak. We have got two. Where's another Macedonian, but he's not here. Go on, don't be shy. Don't say something. I said that you are ready.
No, I'm thinking.
Okay, anyway, don't be shy. French? Yes? Yes? This is the first point. The second point, we have got some big incident happened in the history of Islamic relief. Okay? We started street to street. Those young people now, Bismillah, mashallah, in their 50s and 60s, and they are leading big organizations. Don't need to mention their names, but actually, they're very, very good, male and female. The big challenges which make Islamic relief to grow very fast. Number one, there was a flood in Sudan in 1989. Flood in Sudan, and we raised at that time 250,000 pounds. No TikTok, no social media, no email, no female, nothing. Only by telephone, going from mosque to mosque, street to street, city to city, town to town, and making our leaflet by our own hand. No social media, no ChatGPT, no AI, no BI, no CI, no KI, nothing. And within about a month or so, we raised about £250,000. In 1990, another incident happened, earthquake in Iran. Iran was is a Shiite country. It's not Sunni. We were ahead of all the mosques to talk about the earthquake affecting the human being in Iran. And we made a partnership with Iranian Red Crescent at that time. And we raised the same amount, nearly the same amount. Also, from the same way, nothing. And before Moscow woke up, or even the Husayniyat, which is where the Shia brothers and sisters are actually praying, woke up for the earthquake, we were out saying earthquake, Iran earthquake appeal. This is 1990. Okay, 1991, you're writing, don't be taken by actually what I'm saying. 1991 was a big flood or monsoon, isn't it? In Bangladesh. 25 million people were underwater. 25 million. The whole world was standing up. So you have got Sudan flood, you have got Iran earthquake, you have got Bangladesh cyclone, 1991. Okay? 1992, what happened? 1992, go on.
Iran earthquake.
War in Bosnia. Genocide in Bosnia.
Yeah, Bosnia. 1992 was a big issue happened in Bosnia, which took Islamic Relief from 1 million to 5 million. So in the first 5 years, the growth of Islamic Relief was a response to the flood in Khartoum, 1989, Iran earthquake, 1990, cyclone in Bangladesh, 1991, and war in Bosnia, or ethnic cleansing, or genocide, of course, whatever you call it, because we used to call this more and more and more. Because we were hearing the stories of rape, of cutting the throat of young people, young children and others, and the concentration camps in Bosnia at that time. So 1989, flood in Sudan, 1990, earthquake in Iran, 1991, cyclone in Bangladesh, 1992, the genocide and ethnic cleansing in Bosnia. It took us from 30,000 pounds, actually in 1980, 88 or 80, whatever you call it, from the thousands, by the 1992, 1993, was Bosnia, we were actually in the millions. But with the young people in Birmingham. So this is the second point for us to know how did we grow as a response to the emergencies which happened in Khartoum, in Iran, in Bangladesh, and in Bosnia. Clear? So when you talk about emergencies, you raise more money, because this affects actually the hearts and minds and soul of people, so they give more. When you come talk about development, they don't give. Advocacy, they don't give. Research, they don't give. Training, they don't give. Only emergency. So try to use emergency to build your own country. I'll talk about it in the discussion. Now, any other question about these 5 big incidents which affect the Islamic belief? I want people to talk in any language.
How many people you were at that time?
At the time, Sister Mai, mainly in the first 3-4 years were volunteers. Yes, maybe one man was in the office because we took the office, sharing office, 1986. 1986, they gave us a shared room, a telephone. We put a telephone in one of the rooms. That's 1985. 1986, we took a small office, 3 meters by 3 meters, and one man was there. And I was going every week, every Tuesday, because I used to have halaqa, Islamic circle, study circle, and I was doing my research and staying in the office the whole day on Tuesday, every Tuesday. So it was us as called directors, but we were not paid, and the young people, and one man in the office to answer the telephone calls and receive the people. And every day I was communicating with him in the office. Then after that, when the money grew, especially at the edge of 1990, when we started to look at Europe, at that time we started to employ more people. But at that time, there was one man. Any other questions from brothers about this period, 5 periods?
Yes, I have one question. You said, Doctor, that I can ask any question, right?
Yeah.
So at the beginning, when you started Islamic Relief, it was it was only fi sabilillah, and you didn't even imagine that it's going to be this organization as it is today, mashallah. So we were only volunteer. And alhamdulillah, years after years, when you start getting more money, so sometimes you have to make a choice because we cannot volunteer anymore. So how did you deal with this period that we have to change our model? We were at the beginning only volunteer helping when we have free time, and now we need to get organized and we need to get salary as well, and to have this balance between fi sabilillah, but in the meantime interest. So that's
right.
very important part, and I would like to know how you took this.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Any other question? Let me answer this one. What happened by the end of 1989? We had Islamic Relief registered as British organization. We started to look seriously about structuring Islamic Relief, as you're saying. So by 1992, as I said, the money, bismillah, mashallah, start to grow. You cannot manage £1 million on voluntary basis or £2 million on voluntary basis. You have to employ somebody. So we got some people to help us structuring the organization, putting the monograph of the organization, like the board of trustees, the executive director, the board of executives, then actually all the departments. And this was 1992, 1991, 1992, when we started to look about employing full-time professional staff. After 1989, between 1984 to 1990, we were just focusing on UK because we want everyone in UK to know Islamic Relief. Then, after we registered, we started to go out to Europe. Vision. It's another message. Vision. 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 And I used to be when I'm in the plane, I used to look at the world map and put circles or crosses on the countries and cities that want to open Islamic Relief in it. But Islamic Relief became an entity end of 1998 and 1989 after being registered. Bosnia was in that, Bulgaria was in that, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Sudan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, USA, Canada, France, Belgium, Holland, and others. This was the dream of the vision, or the vision of the dream. And from there, we started to structure the organization. Because you cannot manage big amount of money on voluntary basis. You have to have executive staff. This is my opinion. Somebody might tell you no. I said, okay, this is your opinion. But when I come 5 million, 6 million, 10 million, you can just get part-timers to do them because you have to spend money. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وَالْعَامِلُونَ عَلَيْهَا. Even in the zakat, they've got 8 categories. One of them is the people who are administrating zakat. That means that you have to spend money from zakat as administration. And Islamic Relief is not shy to say that we take administration. And this is the third point. Another message. I will ask you at the end of my talk how many messages I give you. The message was or is nothing on earth without administration. Sister, what's your name? Sabina. When you invite, maybe you are married? When you invite your in-laws, your relatives at home, and your father-in-law and mother-in-law and everybody coming, you cook for them, isn't it? She is Bosnian?
Yes.
Is she?
I think, I don't know.
Is she? Yes, she looks like Bosnian. Alhamdulillah. You go to do shopping, isn't it? Use the car of your husband.
Mine.
Thank you. You have a car, and your husband has another car. Bismillah, rich family. Okay. Use your car, your time, your petrol. That's right. Then you come back home. You buy the meat or the chicken or the turkey, the vegetable, the butter, everything. That's right. And then you go to the kitchen. Spend a lot of time to cook. Is that right? And if they also are very good cook, the Bosnian. But those people are very good as well. Where are you from? Portugal. You can be a very good. India, yes, inshallah. And you are Turkish. Oh, Bismillah, mashallah, Turkish. And the India, I've got it is different delicacies. And you spend hours, maybe sometimes days, to do the cooking. Okay? Khalas? How much money you spend to buy the food? Maybe £100. But how much was your time? You got it? How much was your time to do the shopping? To do the cleaning in the house? To do the preparation? This is administration. Because the product of the project, brother, will be the meal. But the administration, it's your time. It's your effort. So how on earth, when you invite your in-laws to come to the family for a meal, you spend maybe more than £100 on administration, which is your time, your effort, your car, your petrol, your cleaning. And when you come to the project that actually you want to do for the community, said 0%. We don't want to give any admin money. Faddalu. What's the answer from you? Whoever say that 0%, he is a liar or she is a liar. Whoever say I don't take money from the zakat, you should not contradict what Allah said. Because you have to maintain and sustain the process of collecting money for zakat and spending money on the poor people. And this is the decision of Allah. It's clear. This is another message. The administration cost. The administration cost. Okay? Any other question from you? Are you happy now with the administration? So whenever anyone come to the mosque and say 0%, what tell him, brother? لما حد يجي يقول لك ما باخدش اموال في المصاريف الاداريه هتقول له ايه؟
As you said, nothing without administration.
No, as Allah said even in the zakat, العاملين عليها. صح؟ So I say the only place اخوات يا اخوه where there is no administration cost, where?
The only place where is
No administration.
nothing on earth is without administration.
But there's one place.
The Akhirah.
خلاص, you got it. He's very sharp. When you go to heaven, Allah will cook for you. You sit down on a sofa, not like this. A sofa, everything in heaven will be made by the hands of Allah for you. And you said, brother, what's his name?
Yes.
Yunus, still in the well? بطن الحوت ولا خرجت؟ خرجت. Still in the whale of the big fish. You know what said Yunus and the whale? He's there. So when you look at it, within heaven, you just wish to eat fried chicken or Syrian, what do you call it? Shawarma. Whenever you go to Syria, everywhere there's shawarma. خلاص, I get fed up with shawarma. I've been to Syria 2-3 times over the last 3 months or 4 months. But the shawarma of Allah is not your shawarma. But just to wish shawarma, it comes to you, no administration. I like this dress, you find yourself wearing it. No tailor, no weaving. You're gone?
You want fruits, the fruits are coming to you.
From?
In Jannah.
Subhanallah.
Yes.
Have you been there?
No, but I'm sure it's the truth.
Yes, he is saying that because he is a great son of Salah ad-Din.
I don't know that.
But Salah ad-Din was from Tikrit, isn't it?
Kirkuk.
Kirkuk.
Yes.
And you are from Sulaymaniya.
I'm just تقريبا 20 kilometer.
Yes, but there was nothing called Kirkuk and Sulaymaniya at the time. All of them were one
Yeah,
piece of
maybe
land.
it was one.
But Salah ad-Din was raised up.
Hmm?
Salah ad-Din was raised in.
Yes, okay.
He was born in Kurdish area,
Yes.
but all the family were actually in Syria at that time.
Yeah, I'm actually now in Switzerland too.
Bismillah, mashallah. Another big. Alhamdulillah. So this is second point. Is admin because there is nothing on earth. And people used to attack Islamic belief. So they take about 20%, 30%, 40%. All lies. And they used to come and tell me, I said, let them to say whatever they want to say. Because in certain area, in the work of the humanitarian response, you can spend maybe up to 50, 60%. You know why? Because you go to an area there's nobody can reach. The only thing can reach is a plane. You hire a plane, it's very expensive, because it becomes life-saving. This happened in Mosul at the time of Daesh. This happened in some time in Syria as well. They are trying to do it in Gaza, but it was a fake. Okay? And this happened in South Sudan. Exceptional cases, you can spend 50 to 60% to save the life of people or to try to help the people, but not normal. It can go from 5%. Any international operation will not be less than 15% and can go up to 20-25%. Because I've got big organization. I've got the headquarters and there's departments. I've got all the different offices which actually have the admin cost for themselves. Be honest and transparent, and this is another point. To be transparent and honest as another message. Transparent and honest on your expenses. Transparency in Islam was when Umar, radiallahu anhu, Khalifa, was standing and giving khutbah. And at the time they were distributing clothes to people. And Umar was, Bismillah, mashallah, very tall man. And he was wearing 2 pieces, not 1 piece. And one of the people who was praying in the mosque said, Omar, it's transparency. Omar, you give us one piece of clothes and you are wearing two. Where did you get the second piece from? He asked him, his son Abdullah was in the mosque. Abdullah, stand up and answer the man. This is transparency. When somebody questioned the Khalifa in front of the public. And Abdullah ibn Umar stood up and said, the second piece of clothes was from me. I gave it to my father because my father, as you know, is a tall man. Transparency. One time, the Prophet ﷺ was standing with one of his relatives called Safiya after Isha prayer, after Maghrib prayer, in the middle of the Medina. And everybody was passing by him. You know what he used to say? Because he's standing with a woman. It's dark. Nobody knows who is the woman. All the time, she is Safiya. Prophet, yes or no? She is Safiya. He kept saying it many times to the people passing by him to tell them that she is one of my relatives. She is Safiya, she is. And this transparency. Before we made transparency as a law, actually as procedure in our organization. The incident of Umar, anhu, and the incident of Safiya. So transparency is another message for you to look at it. Okay. Any question for this point? All right. The second point, we talk about it now. We started talking about it. Okay. The second point is, once we think seriously about working in the West or in the East, we have to structure our organization. To have organogram, to have responsibilities and duties, to have job descriptions, to have this kind of internal policies. We cannot function properly without organizing all this in the organization. And this is what we started to do from 1991, 1992, when Islamic Leaf was registered. You have to have, I tell you, one example happened to us, which of lack of vision at that time. In 1995, we did not have a very strong accountant department or finance department. I used to spend a lot of money here and there when I go without accountability. Without accountability. Now we have got something called MEAL. MEAL is monitoring, evaluation, accountability, and learning, something like this. New terminology. At that time, because I was overspending, was very weak finance department, we found that we have got deficit in the budget. So we looked back and we restructured the organization again, and we employed very, very strong team of accountants and finance to take Islamic Leaf from this. So when you work nationally or internationally, you have to structure the organization. This kind of emotional response is good for a short period of time, but not good forever. Particularly nowadays, they are making all the laws guided by Islamophobia. If you are an Islamic organization, they check on you. They close your bank account. They stop the transfer. People don't want to come and work with you unless you become very transparent. And they can look at the website and they see who is the president, who is the chairman, who is the CEO, who is the executives, who are the trustees, and. And be careful of not making your organization diversified. Male and female, young and old, and different ethnic background. I'm very happy to have Kurdish, half Egyptian, half Bosnian, Tunisian, and Moroccan.
Both Moroccan.
You changed it now?
No, it was always Moroccan.
So you want to win the Africa Cup?
We will see, inshallah.
Allah, you won the match yesterday was a fraud.
We will see.
No, خلاص, it's a big scandal. You know, Muhammad Salah will kick you.
We will see. We will see.
Inshallah. And you are from Bosnia, sister from Turkey, sister originally from India, and you are from Portugal, and she is from Syria. This is for me a part of the diversity of the Muslim Ummah. Because we have got the young male and young female. Yeah, oh, young female and young male. Anyway, and so the diversity. So people have to look at your organization as diverse organization. And at the early 90s, even we had some non-Muslim working for us. From that age, not that time. At that time, even we had non-Muslim. I remember his name. I can't remember his name. It was Peter or something, because he's in charge of the IT, the information of the Islamic League at that time. So this is how we structure our organization and make our organization like a house. When you come, I'm passing this road, this is the house of this organization. You know that there's a basement, there's a ground floor, there's a first floor, there's a second floor, there's top floor, there's all these kind of things inside the structure of the organization. Yeah, but the message here is how can we structure our organization? How can we structure our organization? I'll stop on that question from you. Any question from you? Any comments from you? Yes, brother?
To organize a functional organization,
Yeah.
you need to have people that are trustworthy
Yes,
and that can take responsibilities.
that's right.
And yes, these are two main attributes, I think.
Yes, right. And this, he mentioned a very, very important point. We'll talk about you cannot grow without structure. To structure the organization. He said you have to organize your organization from inside. Nowadays, in the good old days, sorry, let me give you a story. In the good old days, in the 80s and 90s, we used to have young people like yourself around the founders. The kind of mentoring and coaching the young people was every day by the founders. Like actually the fathers are teaching the young children or the young sons and daughters. They were learning from him, from the father and the mother. Nowadays, with the TikTok and ChatGPT, you have the directors have no time for you. Even you work from home. I did discussion a few weeks ago, and in this discussion, we said you will never be able to create a leader. Sitting at home, sister Sabina does not make a leader. You can become a typist. You can become somebody who's taking information and putting it together. But when you come out to mix with community, you will fail. Because your skin is not thick enough. Your skin is very soft. If somebody scratch it, it will bleed. A leader is the one who mixes with the community. That's why the Prophet ﷺ said in hadith, المسلم الذي يخالط الناس ويصبر على أذاهم خير من الذي لا يخالط الناس ويصبر على أذاهم. The Muslim who mixes with people and be patient with the hardship dealing with them is far more better than the one who's sitting at home not mixing with them and not being patient. And this is the message. I cannot get an excellent man from the street. I can get some nice individuals like you. Then I have to be in the office mentoring them on daily basis. You remember when I said school students were with us in the 80s and university students, they were in the office. I mentioned name now. Jangir was just a student in the Faculty of Law in Wolverhampton. Anwar Khan was a student in chemistry, actually in Birmingham University. Shaheen was another student. Khalid Muwallid was another student. Salah Saeed was another student. Mustafa Osman came from Egypt, but the second wave. Aflaq was a student, 89. Those people of the 80s were sitting in the office, seeing the people, the founders, and how there. So you took all the information like a mother breastfeeding their children. Like a mother. You are a mother? How many years you put your children on your laps? عديهم على حجرك. كم سنة؟ كل سنة.
7
يعني for these 5 or to 7 years, they should be mentored by you, like the mother mentoring her children. First of all, she had pregnancy. Okay? Like what? I'll tell you something. حمل is from تحمل, is from مسؤولية. What do you mean? حمل means that you are pregnant. When you are pregnant, you are carrying something in your womb. When you are carrying something in your womb, you are tired. Because you are working with a belly in front of you with about 5 to 10 kilogram. Sleeping with it, working with it, shopping with it for about months. It's تحمل. Because you are responsible. For what? For the baby. And when you are responsible for the baby, you have to look after him. Internally, you are feeding him every day from your blood. That's why you have to feed yourself very well. Because it's taken from your food. Once he came out in a very painful situation, which is, how painful was it? يعني كانت تعب قد ايه وانت بتخرجي العيل؟ بتقولي كنت تعبانه؟
لا كنت نايمة.
كنت نايمه. Nowadays they don't feel it because they give you sleeping. In the good old days, the most painful time for a woman when the baby comes out. صح؟ صح. This and there's a lot of reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this. So you are like the mother who look after her children when you are a chairman of the organization. The chairman of the organization has to create the leaders when he is chairing the organization. معايا يا أخي يونس؟ أنت ما تبقاش قائد ناجح إلا حينما تربي قيادات ناجحة وأنت قائد. You are not a successful leader unless you create leadership from younger generation when you are leaders. Otherwise, during your time in leadership, you're protecting your position. وإلا تكون حينما كنت رئيسا كنت تقضي وقتك أو تستنفذ وقتك في الدفاع عن مركزك، المحافظة على مركزك، ما تبقاش أنت إيه؟ قائد. Clear? If you want to become a good leader, you have to create leadership at the time of your leadership. And this is another message. لن تكوني قائدة محترمة معتبرة إلا أن تبني قيادات شبابية وأنت في قيادتك للمؤسسة.
هكذا ظهر وجيه صلاح الدين.
This is a book said in English. This is how the generation of Salah ad-Din came out.
Yes.
Yes.
صحيح.
He's very, very nationalistic because he's Kurdish.
No. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
No, that's right. هكذا ظهر جيل صلاح الدين. لماذا؟ لأن صلاح الدين كان هو القدوة. Because Salah ad-Din was the one who was giving the example. He used to go and see all the soldiers day and night, talk to them, be with them, be in front of them. And the Gil Salah ad-Din, the generation of Salah ad-Din, came after the Gil of Sahaba and the Tabi'een and. And in your country, Ali Izabegovic, a leader with no argument. صح? I met him 3 times. She's very happy because I met her boss 3 times. The boss of your mother. 3 times. I met him in Sarajevo, and I met him in London. I think a third time I can't remember where they met him. But when I met him, he was so simple, and he refused to leave Sarajevo at the time of the siege from 1992 to 1995. You know what he told me, Sister Sabina? He told me the Prophet ﷺ and his companion were actually at a siege في حصار شعب أبي طالب for 3 years. And after 3 years, they managed to break the siege. And we in Bosnia will break the siege of Sarajevo in 3 years. This was said to me 1993 in Sarajevo, because I managed to go to see him in September 1993 in Sarajevo. And the Bosnian managed to break this siege in 1995. And you remember when Bihać was fallen? No, not Bihać. What's the other capital of Srebrenica? What you call it? No. The Bosnian Serb. What's the capital? مش لوبليانا. The capital. What?
In Serbia?
No. It's the capital of Serbia. No. Bosnia. You know, in Bosnia, there's Serb, Croat, and Serb.
And the capital of Republika Srpska?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. Atifovic was surrounding the capital of Republic of Serbia. It was not called the Republic of Serbia at that time. Banja Luka. Your mother is a Bosnian?
Yeah, but she didn't teach me a lot about that.
Okay, you Banja Luka. And he was nearly capturing it. You know what they told Ali Izetbegovic? If you don't get those Bosnian army out, we will force Serbia as Belgrade to enter the war. This was 1995, after 3 years of siege of Sarajevo, as Ali Izetbegovic told me in 1993. See, a visionary man sitting in his office, not doing nothing, he was doing everything, refused to leave Sarajevo. One time, a story about Ali Izetbegovic. They invited him to eat for some of the organizations. You know what food they give him? They said, let us give him very simple food. Piece of bread, potato, and piece of meat. They're making a mistake by putting the meat. When he looked at the food, he said, I cannot take this food because my people are not taking this food. And they push the food away. I eat what my people eat. This is exactly what happened to Umar at the time of the famine. For 1 year, he was eating hard bread, oil, and salt. And Ali Izetbegovic refused to eat potato, piece of bread, and piece of meat. This is another message. Keep writing the messages. I ask you about it. So, any question about this journey in Bosnia and others? Yes, you want to say something? Go on, I want you to speak up. Sister Mai spoke, Sister Sabina spoke, you did not speak, you need to speak even in Portuguese, you speak in Hindi or English and Turkish as well. And you spoke, you spoke. But Yunus did not speak and you did not speak. Yes? Any other questions? Any other comment? Okay. Coming to the point number 5 in my talk is values and principles. Values and principles. We cannot live without having values to be translated into principles. Okay?
What's the difference between values and principles?
The value like honesty, transparency, dignity, respect. You have to make principles, actually a system, to make this value actionable. Okay? So when you change the values into a process, the process will make it like parameters for yourself, will make it like a law and procedures. I ask you a question now. How can I apply the value of honesty? يلا. السؤال هو كيف أطبق معيار أو قيمة اللي هو اسمها honesty يعني ايه؟ لا honesty اللي هي لا honesty يعني ايه بالعربي؟ اللي هي لا honesty إخلاص. How can I translate honesty into procedure? Yes.
You can make a rule every time when somebody asks about what's the donation policy.
Yeah.
You can explain them about the admin costs and just be honest.
Yeah.
And make the value into a rule or a system.
That's right. Anything else? Any other value? We cannot work in any social organization or any humanitarian organization or any organization, even political or economic organization, without being honest, without having values. Yes?
We're talking about transparency and honesty, but each thing has to be explained
Yes.
to people, even if they don't have the capacity to understand it.
Yes.
Because sometimes when you disclose some information, it can be against that person because they don't have enough capacity to understand this in the right way because they have jahl. So they will speak and they will make some jidal, they will make a lot of problems. So sometimes to preserve this and to avoid fitna, it might be wise to do not disclose some information, just keep them with some people that are able to deal with it.
So in a 1 and 2 sentences, explain to us what you want us to do.
For example, regarding money, is some, I don't know, if we're talking about maybe salary of the leaders, if someone asking for this, maybe he's not able to take this information and he doesn't have the rule, the history, he don't know maybe what Abu Bakr did in this khilafah, etc. So maybe he doesn't know to know this information. So and do not disclose this information, for example. Because my question is, there is transparency in completely everything. So it might lead to this kind of situation, which may make fitna, etc.
So when you, as I explained, I understood from brother, he said that if you say that you have to be transparent, everything has to be seen by others. Everything. خلاص. Why? Because in our belief, the Prophet ﷺ name before Islam was, the character of the Prophet ﷺ before Islam was, اسمه كان ايه؟ كان بيسموه ايه؟ ها؟
الصادق الأمين.
الصادق الأمين. What the صادق الأمين means? The faithful and the honest. Everybody in Mecca used to know Muhammad as the Sadiq al-Amin. Nobody can say that Muhammad was a liar. This is before he became a prophet. Then when he became a prophet, he said to all of us, إنما بعثت لأتمم مكارم الأخلاق. I have been sent for the fulfillment of the best of manner of mankind. خلاص? Somebody may say that he's talking about himself. But his wife, Aisha, was saying describe the Prophet by saying that he was a Quran walking on earth. Whatever he recite of Quran on you, he applied in his life. So he applied the values, he applied the principles. Okay? He applied the manner. And she said that he was a walking Quran. Quran يمشي على الأرض. Yeah, he was walking Quran. So another way, when you talk about a principle or talk about a value in the organization, you have to be seen, the first one, applying it. I give you an example. I was with one organization 2 weeks ago. They wrote a 60 pages document about value and people and culture. Okay? Excellent. They made an interview with hundreds of people of the staff from different countries. Excellent, excellent, excellent. When they gave me the document, I said, everything is fine, but it's lacking one thing. Said what? Was a young girl like you, no, older than you, older even than you, but she was very good. She's very good. I said, what's missing? I said, in the first paragraph, like if when you open a book, you find the first page a big statement. Okay? To explain to you what's happening. You have to say, we are not going to be successful applying these values and principles unless it's been applied first by the leadership. So you have to have role models applying the value and principles of the organization. So here, when they talk about Umar, when they talk about Abu Bakr, when they talk about the Prophet ﷺ, they were applying everything they say. كان قرآنا يمشي على الأرض. He was a walking Quran on earth. And the second hadith about Sayyidah Aisha, كان خلقه القرآن. His manner was Quranic. Same happened to Abu Bakr, same happened to Umar. So when they used to tell the public after that, they have applied the principle on themselves, they have applied the value on themselves, and this is another message. A leadership has to be seen as a role model by anyone and everyone. By anyone and everyone. You cannot come and tell me, hey, you, I'm not going to give you your salary because you don't work extra time. And he does not come to the office before 10 o'clock and leave the office before 5 o'clock. Will you listen to him? Tell him get lost. And you will find the job somewhere else. Because your boss is not a role model for you. واضح? The boss has to be a role model. Yes, this is the message now. القائد لابد أن يقود قدوة حسنة. القائد لابد أن يصبح قدوة حسنة. وإلا لن يستطيع أن يقود. فإن كان غير قدوة حسنة وقدوة سيئة هينقلب عليه الجمهور بتاع البلد بتاعه زي اللي حصل في كل البلاد العربية اللي انت شايفها دول. Leader has to be a role model. And we in the humanitarian work or in the social work have to be role models. كيف نصبح قدوة حسنة في المؤسسة بتاعتنا وفي المجتمع بتاعنا. How? يلا, give me an example. How you become a role model.
If you have attributes that are
all of you will speak about how you become a role model. Prepare yourself in any language. I come to you Turkish. Okay.
If you have like attributes that are like by most people liked, like you said, honesty, transparency, loyalty, ikhlas, things like this. If you are truly that and living that and spreading it with your whole khuluq,
Yeah.
then this is how some people look up to you.
Okay. You have to apply it for yourself.
Yes.
Can I give an example?
Yes.
So basically, when I took back the small company of my father, he was teaching me how to do it. So he was my leader, so I was following his leadership, and he helped me like to manage to see how it works and everything. So I learned it and I took it, and when I have to hire someone, I'm behind him and teach him and always doing the work with him, so he can be able to acquire the quality and the work that I did before. So it's like a line. So it starts with, for this example, my father and me, and after that, when you hire someone else, we'll follow the teaching.
Very good. Brother Yunus,
Um,
why you become angry with the people of Mosul?
huh? No. So the leader.
You went to the well of the Hut, huh?
The leader has to all the values that he expects from his team. He also has to do it himself and be a role model. Because if he makes a big meeting and he tells them these are the values, these are the rules, but in day-to-day life he doesn't do it himself, the people will not follow it.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think the leader sometimes has to
Look at the screen.
ask for something, or for example, inspire or lead. And you cannot aspire for something that you do not do. So before to ask anything, ask yourself if you're doing it. Then you can be coherent with yourself.
Thank you. Sister Sabine.
C'est quoi la question?
C'est pour un leader, en fait, quels sont les éléments et les valeurs qu'il doit incarner pour pouvoir inspirer son équipe, inspirer les personnes, etc. Elle donne l'exemple du professeur national. Les valeurs qu'ils incarnent.
Ce qui concerne la confiance et le respect, il doit incarner ça et puis en même temps avoir confiance en son équipe. Je sais pas si tu peux le traduire.
Yeah, the trust and respect his team and trust his team.
Okay. Sister,
A leader should take responsibilities, and by his actions, he should shows us how to do all things, and yeah, like with the ahlak too. So like.
okay. Sister Fahima.
Yes, for me, he should also listen to his team. If there is any conflict, he should try to be the mediator. And in teamwork, it's really important to coordinate people. So I think it's that.
Okay. Sister Portuguese.
Non, je parle pas portugais. Du coup, pour moi, c'est quelqu'un qui prend le temps d'expliquer à celui qui l'enseigne, qui est honnête et qui lui instruit les valeurs que lui il a appris pour que la personne devienne comme lui.
He's honest and he takes time to explain everything in details with that person. He takes time with that person to explain, to try to train him. Then he can have the same value than him.
All right.
I think they already said to start with himself, to apply all the value on himself before the others.
Okay. طيب. شكرا. هنا في حديث للرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم بيقول، الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم بيقول ايه؟ إن لله عبادا. Allah has a special group of his slaves. Okay? يختصهم بقضاء حوائج الناس. He made them to be responsible for responding to the need of the people. Who's chosen them? Allah. حببهم على الخير, led them to love the good, the good action, الخير, and let الخير وحبب الخير إليهم, and let الخير to love them. That means what the Prophet ﷺ said in this room, not by your own choice, according to the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Allah chosen you. Chosen Sabina, what's your name? Anisa, Fahima, Jilia, Mai, Muhammad, Hamza, Yunus, Ayub. Ayur. He chosen all of you. Yani you are the choice of Allah. You have to understand your responsibility. It's not Hanil Banna or Jamal Karafis or Suraya chosen you. It's Allah. And Allah let each and every one of you to love khair. And let al khair to love you. You know what's your reward on Day of Judgment? Prophet ﷺ said, إنهم الآمنون من عذاب الله يوم القيامة. They are the people who will be saved from the punishment of the Day of Judgment.
But that we say, Allahumma astamilna wa la tastabdilna.
In English?
Use us and don't replace us.
Yeah, Allah use us, don't replace us. Allah choose us. Allah make me strong, make me learn, make me able to help people. That's why Abdullah ibn Abbas one day, he said to somebody who was making i'tikaf. I'tikaf is in Ramadan, in the mosque of the Prophet ﷺ. When you pray one prayer in the mosque of the Prophet ﷺ, how much this will be in different mosque? 1,000. In Ramadan will be more. And in i'tikaf you'll be from the morning to the evening, next day. صح? He found somebody making i'tikaf. Okay? You know what he said? I have heard the one who is placed there, means the Prophet ﷺ, saying, the one who goes out to help his brother or her sister is far more better than the one who making i'tikaf in my mosque for 3 months or sometime 1 year. Just to go out from the mosque, Sister Sabina is no problem. Brother Muhammad is no problem. Sister May is no problem. Your children no problem. Your neighbors no problem. I'm making i'tikaf. What? I'tikaf is for you. But khidmah is for the society. That's why Islam is the deen of khidmah, not the deen of isolation and being not mixing with the community. And this is another message of the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. How much is the reward of al-mu'takif during Ramadan in the mosque of the Prophet ﷺ? You're going out. This widow was crying, my son is being lost, I can't find him. Leave your i'tikaf and go find their son. Because finding the son for the mother is more rewarding to you than making i'tikaf. Because finding the son is community service. Making i'tikaf is your personal relationship with Allah. We have to translate our personal relationship with Allah into action. That's why we are working in humanitarian organization. It means that all your life is khidmah. كل حياتكم خدمة. لأنكم اخترتم باختيار الله سبحانه وتعالى. Because you have been chosen by Allah. Not by Hanil Banna or Jamal or Suraya or Ayur. أنا هسميك أيوب. Okay. حطيت لي you put this R at the end, why at the end. And so هنا في حاجة تانية. اللي بيشتغل في هذا العمل, whoever work in this field, he or she have to realize that at every second and every minute there's barakah. I'll tell you something from the past. هقول لكم شيء من الماضي. كنا نترك أزواجنا وأولادنا في رمضان لمدة شهر كامل. We used to leave all the wives and the children for the whole month of Ramadan. No breakfast, no suhoor, nothing. Even the time of Eid were not there. حتى يوم العيد ما كناش معاهم for years. And the success came to us because of you. Because of the wives and the children and the mothers. Being patient. That's why, huh?
I have a question. But sometimes how between taking care of our family قوا أنفسكم وأهلكم نارا, and at the same time you're helping others. And sometimes you can have to say, okay, you have to start with your family before, that's an obligation. حقوق.
أيوه.
And the balance as well, that, as you said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose some people to use it in their sake. So,
okay, I'll answer this one now. First of all, choose the wife or choose the husband that he is good for you or she is good for you. If you choose the wrong one or she choose the wrong husband, this will never happen.
can you repeat one more time?
Give this one. You want to say it again? End.
I will ask one more time the question.
Yeah.
Okay. The question is, how can we make the life with our family, because they have حقوق on us, and as well to be useful to the community. So
the balance.
Yeah.
Clear? Got it? There is something called barakah. Barakah will come to you before marriage. When you choose the right woman or when you choose the right husband, not the beautiful woman, for me, waste of time. Because after the age of 40, 50, she'll be old. And for you, the dandy doodoo husband, the same. You'll be snoring, dribbling your saliva from your mouth, breaking wind in the bedroom. He breaks wind, huh? يعني بيطلع ريح. Huh? If you choose the right woman or the right husband, this is the first step of having to answer this. I give you my history of getting married. هقول لكم أنا إزاي اتجوزت. بقى دلوقتي كلهم هيسمعوا. First one was refusal. يعني إيه اترفضت. أنا اترفضت. أنا اترفضت 4 مرات. وكنت very handsome. ازاي؟ كانت لاف ستوري ساكنه جنبنا، ساكن جنبنا وبحبه. Explain to them in English. She was our neighbor and was in love story. And her mother told my mother, told me to come and propose her for engagement. I was in the 3rd year in the medical school. I told my mother, said, my son is still about 3 years to go. I said, no, because I go there and I teach her and. My mother went there against her. She was not happy because I was still in the 3rd year. And the other mother told her, no, your son still did not finish. Ask him to come after he finishes. My mother came back very upset. أمي رجعت. I told you why you embarrassed me. Because it was a wrong decision. I said, okay, mother, that's the relationship. I cut the relationship. Who suffered? The girl. The girl was very good. I looked at that time, بصيت في الوقت ده عشان زوجتك تسمع إن العلاقة مش بين الزوج والزوجة فقط. كان عندي 22 سنة. العلاقة بين هذه الأسرة وهذه الأسرة. The relationship of marriage is not between me and my wife only. It will be my wife's family and her family, my family and my wife's family. That's why I said no. And I was upset. It upsets me. And it was very painful for me. because the girl was very good. It was very painful to the girl. The second one, another Egyptian woman, mother-in-law. Be careful with them. Are you married?
No.
Be careful. Are you married?
I was.
Be careful. Okay, we'll get you another one. Inshallah. Yunus, are you married? We'll get you Tunisian or Moroccan or Egyptian. It doesn't matter, but be careful with the mother-in-law. Okay. Second one was from UK, and she was a medical doctor, and I was medical doctor. She agreed, and the father agreed, and I agreed. But I mentioned because Allah did not choose it for her for me. This is the beginning of barakah. Second one was actually the mother asked me a question: how long will be staying in UK? I said 2-3 years, and then finished my degree. I said no way, take my daughter. She refused. I was very upset because the girl was so innocent, so nice, and so, what do you call it? Everything was in her. Highly educated as well. And she was hijabi like all of you, and. It didn't happen. All right? Got it? The choice was not ready for me yet. The third one was from Egypt, but her mother and father was from... It was more painful. Very big family. I don't want to tell the name of the family because you will know them. And they were living in Egypt. We went to the family, gave the dowry, read Fatiha. I took my family with me, my mother, my father, my sister, my brothers, my husband, and maybe 20-30 people from my family, like a marriage. And we gave the dowry. The girl was happy, the father was happy. The mother had another daughter, was married to another doctor in Austria, in Vienna. She was divorced. And she looked at me, my daughter was divorced in Vienna, and she would be divorced in London. No way. And because she was related to my brother-in-law, brother-in-law Suri, عائلة الجابي, مش جابية, عارفين الجابية؟ He was telling her, my auntie, I told you about everything. خلاص. And Fankush. The three mothers, one of them is Syrian and 2 Egyptian. The fourth one was a young, at your age, from the medical school of Cairo. And in the last year, and she was hard. This is very super strict girls. I was ringing the bell of the flat. It was myself, my sister, and her auntie. She did not sit in the room to wait for the husband to come to her. She came out to the door. Her mother was shaking hands with me, and I was shaking hands. You know what happened? She was screaming, Mother, don't touch him. He is a foreigner. Take your hand from his hand. The girl was refusing me. Okay? So now how many now? Refusal? Sister Anisa, how many refusal? 4. The last one, which is the current one, was half Turkish. Her father was Turkish. Her grandfather was an admiral. What do you call it in Turkey? Admiral? The head of the navy. Admiral? What do you call it?
Captain.
Yeah, but originally, even in her birth, was originally father is Turkish. And her mother was from South Egypt. The father was dead, and the mother was dead. Okay, and she was alone. Have you seen Home Alone? Home Alone movie? How they are living, those people? Tell them in French. Home Alone movie in French. Movie. They have not seen it. Because Allah chosen for me the one who has full barakah. And there is no father, There is no mother to pull her back. Without having her with me at the most difficult time of Islamic relief and the most difficult time of our life, Islamic relief could have failed. And she was so patient. She came from a middle class family. She was not poor because they have their land in South Egypt from her father's side and from her mother's side. So she was not, she was from a very well-off family. But she wanted to build her house, her family, her children. And she managed to become patient. So she brought the barakah with her from day one. Because she was focusing on the family, not on how much her husband is having at that time. And at that time, we had a difficult time in UK. If you don't make this right choice, it's up to you. It will never work. So the success of my mission is because of my wife. One of the success story of the Prophet ﷺ is Khadija. From the very beginning, he was telling everybody, Khadija, 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 Khadija. Sayyidah Aisha was telling him, you keep saying Khadija, Khadija, Khadija. Allah gave you younger girls and wife, more young and beautiful. He said, no. Khadija is the one who supported me where there's nobody else did at the time of difficulty. Khadija is the one who spent her money on me when nobody else was supporting me. Khadija was the one who was advocating for Islam where there's nobody else was advocating for me. Khadija is the one who gave me the children where there's nobody else give me a children. 5 over 6 children from Khadija. And number 6 is from Maria, from Egypt, which is Ibrahim, the last one. So nobody can stand for Khadija. From day one, she took him to Waraq ibn Nawfal to see if he is, what is this? Waraq ibn Nawfal, he is a prophet, told Khadija, he is a prophet. If Allah declare him as a prophet, I will be the first one to actually believe in him. So it's you, mothers, who should be like Khadija. Without you actually doing this as a mother, you don't have barakah in the house. I was leaving the house this morning and the only thing was telling me, be careful with the snow. You might fall to break your neck or to break your back. Like she's treating me like her child now. Be careful when you are at her age, you treat your husband as a child, huh? Alhamdulillah. So this to answer your question. If the two people come together, the barakah will be in the house. Who will be protecting the house? In spite of the fact the hadith you mentioned, or the duty, is Allah. Because Allah will put the barakah in her heart and in you. So she will never make complaint. Most of the workers of Islamic relief were leaving their family for the whole month of Ramadan for 4 or 5 weeks to go out for the community. From France, from Belgium, from Holland. Even here, Jamal, check with him as well. I used to sleep in the office here, no, not here, another office somewhere else, underneath the office, like this. I was sleeping underneath it because there was no money for hotel. And this is Ramadan, and they used to sleep with the office on the same floor, me and him, for months, for years. I'm come back because Allah found the barakah in the heart of the woman at home to be happy for the service, the barakah in the service, then the barakah in your action. That's why he kept the family intact. Alhamdulillah, our children are qualified from the university. We have not divorced our wives. She have not divorced us. Of course, there will be some problem will happen. This is normal, actually. But this is what happened because the mission was, as the hadith of Abdullah ibn Abbas, who said, "I have heard the one who is in this place, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, saying the one who goes out in the service of his friends and brothers is far more better than the one who making i'tikaf in my place." This is another message. If you don't have the barakah in the house, be careful that the family might not last. And the barakah is in the time of you choose. Don't choose somebody handsome like me, but choose somebody who has the deen. Beauty is not everything. Family glamour and wealth is not everything. But the heart and the deen is everything. This is the point number one. So for you, you have to apply the values on you before you ask people to apply it. And you have to understand that this is a mission. It's not a job. If I have the time to go back again and 5 people telling me we're going to work from home, not from the office, you know what I will say? Sit at home. Don't want you. You know why? Because we want people to be with the community. We want people to be with the people. We want people to learn from the people. We want people to be giving hands to the people. You cannot do it at home. Yes, you can do some work from home, but without being with the people, you cannot actually create an organization or a movement or a message or deliver a message. Wallahi, I was having these discussions yesterday or day before yesterday. You know what they said to me? But people will not come to the office. You know what I told them? Let them not to come to the office. Nowadays, there is inflation everywhere. I apply for the jobs. I will advertise their jobs. I find many want to come. Unless you people believe that you work for human being, for dreams of people. Who is going to fulfill the dreams of the young children in Syria? Or in Gaza? Or in Sudan? Or in Yemen? Or in Uyghur? Or in Kashmir? Makbuza Kashmir? Senegal? In India? You got it? Or in Central Republic of Africa? Or Rohingya? Who is going to do this? Or sitting at home? When somebody call you, said, "No, I'm sorry, I'm this weekend, I'm busy, I'm not." No, if you are choosing this work, you have to know that you are following the footsteps of the Prophet ﷺ and of the great companion of the Prophet ﷺ. Sacrifices is the name of the game, and this is the message. How can I make sacrifices and bring barakah to the organization or to my family? When I came to UK, Brother Yunus, my dream was to get my doctorate. I never realized that Allah sent me for a different mission. After 30 years, sisters and brothers, I discovered that Allah did not send me to UK for the doctor of medicine, the doctorate. But He sent me to Islamic relief, and after that, He gave me the doctorate. So another way, the mission was for Islamic relief. I did not understand that till after 30 years. Allah gave me the MD. Then He gave me another doctorate. Then me another honorary. Then because of what? Because of Islamic relief. So my purpose of coming to UK was for medical reason, to get a degree. But Allah's purpose was to create Islamic relief. One of the stories which I want to tell you, I mentioned the story of Bangladesh, the cyclone in 1991. صح? At that time, I failed my doctorate badly. I submitted my thesis to the medical school and two examiners. One is a surgeon, neurosurgeon, and one was a pathologist. The surgeon said Hani al-Banna is like a donkey, stupid, does not know what to do. Mistakes in English, mistakes in grammar, mistakes in references, and all these sort of things. And he's making a lot of statistical curves and charts. What's all this about? He was a surgeon. The second one was pathologist. He has done his PhD on the same subject. My degree was 1991, and he has done his degree on 1973. You know what he said in the report? Dr. Banna is the most pioneer. Pioneer. You know pioneer? Explain. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Thank you. More. Make me more important. He's the most pioneer. And he mentioned Dr. Banna have done something. Then what happened? The dean of the Royal College of Pathology in UK, which is the top, was the head of the pathology department in the medical school in Birmingham University. He asked me to come to the office because he did not listen to the surgeon. He listened to the pathologist. And he told me, Hani, Bismillah, mashallah, he was 7 foot tall. He said that, Hani, I want your thesis to be in our library. You have to pass and succeed. I want this thesis to be in the library. I will give you 1 year to rewrite it again. And I'll give you a professor to correct your references and language.
There were no ChatGPT.
Huh? Yeah, sorry?
There were no ChatGPT at that time.
Yeah, there were not ChatGPT at that time. All of them was manual. My thesis was about knowing that children born with water in the brain and small sac at the back, call it spina bifida, cannot walk, or without brain, and with the spine open at the back. I did 400 cases, 400 fetuses. 400 fetuses. You know fetuses? In French? Huh?
I didn't answer. Can you just go back one more time? What was the word in English?
Fetus.
Not fetus. Transparent one.
fetus اللي هو السقط بتاع المرأة. Abortions. You got it?
Yeah, on fetus.
Okay. 400. Nobody in the history of this subject has done it before. Nobody did 400. That's why the dean gave me a professor to, you know what? What my gratitude, the first page in my thesis, one whole, 3 pages. A gratitude to whom? يعني إهداء لمن؟ إهداء لمن in French. إهداء.
إهداء. كادو.
كادو to whom? لمن؟
لمن
Yeah. 3 pages. At the beginning of this, to whom? Ask them.
I didn't get it. Remerciement. Gift لمن لمن.
Yeah, and I wrote this in 3 pages. Okay.
Donc il y a 3 pages qui n'ont résumé pour remercier des personnes.
To whom? Tell them to whom.
To whom was to whom?
Yeah.
Pour qui? Ah, il me pose la question. Ah, bah, je sais pas. I don't know. I thought that we had to answer it. Translate to whom.
No. يعني الإهداء بتاعي في الرسالة كان لمين؟
They help you to do the cases?
Okay, that's a question, yes. To whom?
Professor?
Professor? To whom? Family? To whom?
مساجد.
To what?
مساجد.
مساجد. بسم الله ما شاء الله. أدخلك الجنة.
Huh? You were married at this time?
Of course, 1991 I was married. I said in 19. To my wife. Okay, fine. To whom?
And the 4 others before that, the same.
The 4, only one wife, not 4 others. To whom? 3 pages.
The old university.
Huh?
The old university.
All the whom?
Because you said you fought
The
before.
surgeon. That's it.
Yeah,
The surgeon.
the
Oh.
surgeon.
No. Fahima. Anisa. Liman. To whom? You know what I said? Huh?
The volunteers.
The volunteers.
Yeah, man.
Okay. You know what? I said to Allah. 3 pages. And I asked one of my colleagues. الإهداء كان لربنا. اللهم in French.
Le remerciement était pour le Seigneur.
3 pages. And كلمت واحد and I spoke to one of my colleague who was حافظ to put all the verses الآيات القرآنية بعد يعني بعدها في تسلسل الخلق.
Il a demandé à un ami à lui qui avait appris un par cœur de mettre en fait tous les versets du Coran qui se suivent en fait du début jusqu'à.
You got it? You know what I wrote at the bottom? Allah is the author. Quran is the book of reference. And from this year to this year. Nothing else. This was when you, and message is now, when you do your job perfectly, when you excel in your work, when you excel, when you master your work, you care about nobody because you have done something nobody else did. 400 fetus to do all this analysis, forget it. Nobody else did. That's why with all my mistakes, the dean of the Royal College of Pathology said, no, I want this thesis in my library. So you can put Allah as the author of the Quran, subhanahu wa ta'ala. He revealed the Quran. When the professor sat down with me, he wanted to correct my language and told me, honey, the other professor said what? Said, what's all this Quran? 3 pages? What's all this Quran? 3 pages. You know what I told him? My beard at that time, Bismillah, mashallah, was Sayyidina Yunus beard. And he said, I told him what? Is this scientific knowledge? This scientific knowledge or not? In a very arrogant way. He said, yes. He said, do you want me to remove it? He said, no. Because you knock the iron with the iron. You bend the iron with the iron. You don't bend the iron with wood or with hand unless you are Prophet Dawood. The only one managed to bend the iron was Dawood alayhi salam. وَأَلَنَّ لَهُ الْحَدِيدِ. Because Allah said that I made the iron very soft in his hand. But you are not Dawood and I am not Dawood. So no, keep it. Because it talks about the history, about the creation of man. الماء المهين والنطفة والعلقة والمضغة المخلقة إلى الآخر. You got it? This is where you have to excel, and this is another message. Your work has to be excellent, not like anybody else's work. And you cannot excel unless you think. And you cannot think unless you have the time to think and to read and to learn. That's why the first word in Quran was revealed on the Prophet ﷺ was what? Iqra. Iqra does not mean read only. Iqra means seek knowledge. Seek information. You know why, Brother Yunus? Because Jibreel knew that Muhammad ﷺ could not be able to read and write. Is that right? And he told Muhammad ﷺ 3 times, I cannot read. Muhammad told them, I cannot read. But it means that you have to seek knowledge. Read with Sayyidina, what's his name? Read with Sayyidina Jibreel to Muhammad was not only reading, literally, but seeking knowledge. Knowledge. And the first 4 things have been created by Allah: Al-Arsh, Al-Ma, water. Allah created His throne. The first creation of Allah, number 1 is the throne. Second one is water. Third one is qalam. Fourth one is, where is the book? The book. And He told the qalam to write in the book. And the qalam wrote everything will happen to you. She's going to be born in this year. Her father's name is so, and mother's name is so, and she's going to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. This was written for you before you were born, for your husband and your father and mother met your one another. And there is a surah in the Quran called Qalam. And in this surah, Allah said Noon wal Qalam. He making an oath with Noon. Noon was his ink bottle. You know the ink bottle? Put the pen here to take the ink. Then محبرة or محبرة. والقلم وما يسترون. And Allah said يسترون, يعني making lines. And He is telling you and me to write, archive, classify, make encyclopedia. Keep writing. That's why I mentioned the name of the book, Kitab, Kataba, more than 300 times in the Quran. That you have to keep writing. All right? So here, when you excel, nobody will stop you. Because they will be looking up at your achievement. Here is the second message. Let everyone else to look up at what you achieved. Achievement. Okay? What time is now? I don't know what time.
It's 40.
Okay. Do you want me to carry on or I'll ask you for the questions? Okay. It's Maghrib soon. Okay. I'll carry on, inshallah. Okay, and so the last point is I'll ask you a question now. And you explain to them. What is the challenges will face us?
Challenges who?
Will face us when we work in this field. They ask them in French.
I don't speak French.
Oh, you don't speak French. The challenges will face us in this field of work. ما هي ما هي التحديات التي ستواجهنا في العمل؟ اشرحي لهم. Yes, ما هي التحديات؟ Yes.
The people who don't trust us.
People from which people? The public?
Yes.
Okay, that's number one. Public lack of trust from the public. Okay. Anybody else?
To ask the people.
Okay. To ask what?
To reach for the money. I'm speaking.
Yeah, to convince the people. To convince the people to give us money. Okay. Yes, sister.
Even to ask.
Yeah. To ask and convince. Yeah. Yes. In French, no problem.
Les personnes qui mettent des barrières pour faire le bien. Enfin, par exemple, quand on veut faire des transferts et tout, il y a des fois des banques et tout qui veulent.
اوكي مشان تحويل المصاري أوقات في بنوك أو شيء مثل إنك تعمل بلوك ما فيها تحول المصاري.
يعني هو it's about actually money transfer from country to a country. Very good. Sister Anisa, challenges.
Organization.
Huh?
Organization.
Yeah.
Structure. Work.
Making structure, the work, and making an institution, making the organization like an institution. Any other challenges, Sister Sabina? Okay, Brother Yunus, تحديات.
I think they mentioned very good.
Any other challenges? Huh?
Maybe we
The time of what?
To make.
French.
The time. Of the studio.
Yeah? The dunya يعني the challenge and okay fine. Brother Yunus?
you have to, with yourself, to always work good and use the time productively.
No. Okay, very good. تحديات, challenges.
I think the biggest challenge in this field is that you can manage like the balance between the time for your family and this work, because I think this work invests a lot of time.
Yeah. Balance the time between your family and the work. That's okay. Fine. Anybody challenge from your sister Fahima? Explain to her. ما التحديات اللي هتواجهها في العمل ده؟
quand une décision عندما يكون يعني قرار الآن say in English when the, for example a leader or director or manager someone decides A but you're convinced that the right answer is B and because he's the Amir you have to do A even if you're not convinced of A.
Yeah.
Because it's the Amir.
The Amir,
Okay.
the manager.
Very good. Fahima?
Balancing between like personal lives and
He mentioned it. Personal life and the organizational life.
yes, because we can be overwhelmed by everything we have to do sometimes, and also if you have a family, it's gonna be more complicated
Okay.
to balance. So alhamdulillah, I'm not concerned yet, so
Okay.
I'm fine. But yeah.
So all these challenges are valid. Okay? But you meet the challenges by your heart and your intention and your sincerity. You and your husband, or you and your staff in the organization. If the leaders are not sincere, all this will happen of challenges. Because يعني إذا كان رؤساء المؤسسة غير مخلصين فستسقط المؤسسة فيما بعد.
تسقط نعم ولكن أحيانا ولو إذا كان يعني مؤسس يعني مخلص وخالص ولكن في نفس الوقت ربما هناك يعني إشكالات أو هكذا يعني تسقط ربما نعم فعلا.
ده يعني sometimes you say that they are very faithful people, very sincere people, but the organization is not growing or going to fall down because of other reasons. Faithfulness and sincerity is not just somebody making prayer. Faithfulness and sincerity means that you have to read, to understand, to know, to connect, to become partner with others. If you know, as we see nowadays, the world, as how it goes, and you don't have any strong department of communication, of course, you are faithful, but stupid. Because you cannot understand what's happening outside by sitting in a mosque and praying and being isolated.
Just a question. You are speaking about humanitarian work, especially, or work?
Everyone. Now, I'll tell you something. if the whole world going the wrong direction, and you know the right way and the right direction, and you know that if you tell them that, they will destroy your organization. You have to keep the organization safe. The discussion this morning in the car when I was coming to you, you might be driving, the organization is like a vehicle, like a car, okay? Like a car. Organization is like a car, okay? And now the car was traveling with 50 miles an hour and have the ability to travel 200 miles an hour. صح? But the time to expose your car to the bad guys, bad people, or going wrong direction, it is not faithfulness. It is a stupidity. You know why? No, he's coming here. It's stupidity. You know why? Because you know that the wolf is outside. Know that the criminal is outside. Know that the thugs or shabiha are outside. The most important point now in the history of organization is to keep the organization by not exposing them, the organization. واضحة?
It's better to protect the organization.
It is not better, it must.
It must, even if it, for example, they're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, because everybody going this way, okay? But the right way of God is this way. And everybody around you are shabiha, or thugs, or bad guys. If you overexpose your organization, they will see it. If you make it to respond very fast against them, they will attack it. So at that time, if you have a car can be driven at 200 miles an hour, don't drive it at 200 miles an hour. Drive it at 30 miles an hour or 40 miles an hour. I give you the example from cinema. From cinema. Have you heard the film called Titanic?
What?
Titanic. Where are you going? Have you seen it?
No, but she knows.
Huh?
She knows it, but she
Okay. Have you heard something called Challenger from the American, which is the airspace shuttle? The shuttle space? This is the Challenger. Okay? Challenger. They were challenging Allah. And when it was taking off, it was burned in front of everybody in America. You got it? So because now you are making the challenge against me as Allah. Don't call it Challenger. And within seconds, the space shuttle was burned. You have seen it on television? The Challenger was burned down. Titanic, they said this is the unsinkable great ship. صح? Nothing can sink it. That's right? Tell them in French.
C'est-à-dire que le Titanic, c'est un bateau qui était impossible en fait, à couler.
They said not even God.
In French.
Ils ont dit que même pas Dieu ne pouvait le couler.
So they were challenging whom? Allah. So it hit the rocks and everybody died. This is examples from the cinema, or from the television, or from the contemporary history. From the past, you have to be very careful as faithful. Being faithful, sister and brothers, it means you have to be knowledgeable. يأخذوا إيه؟ بالأسباب. يأخذوا بالأسباب بالفرنش. You will never, I'll translate this one, you will never become faithful and sincere if you do not use the reasons ولم تأخذوا بالأسباب.
Le gamin en fait vraiment sincère, si on va pas vraiment. Voilà.
Okay, because, and here, listen, difficult one, and this is the message. الإخلاص لا يتحقق فقط بالصلاة والصوم. إخلاص, sincerity, does not mean you pray and fast and make qiyam al-layl.
La sincérité en fait ne s'accomplit pas uniquement à travers le jeûne et la prière et les actes d'adoration.
إخلاص based on iman and knowledge.
La sincérité est basée sur la science et la foi.
Then action.
Ensuite, c'est les actions.
Then khidmah, which is service. So ikhlas is iman, knowledge, amal, and khidmah. Belief, faith, knowledge, action, and service. Ikhlas has to be translated into amal, action. Ikhlas is not fasting and praying and making hajj. It is what's after that. I'll tell you to conclude now by saying أخونا يونس بني الإسلام على خمس. And the foundation of Islam are 5. Foundation. Which is صوم, الكلمة, الصوم, الصلاة, زكاة, and حج. صح؟ هذا هو أساس الإسلام. This is the foundation of Islam. This is not Islam. Islam is the building above the foundation. لهم كده in French?
Les fondations, c'est clair.
Okay.
C'est clair pour vous?
What do you build above the foundation? You build the farm, you build the factory, you build the school, you build the community, you build the nation, you build the country, you build civilization, you build renaissance. What do you build? Don't ever say Islam is 5 pillars. No. The foundation of Islam is the 5 pillars, not Islam. Islam is what's after the 5 pillars. معايا؟ what's after the 5 pillars. انت اسمك حمزة. بسم الله ما شاء الله, سيد الشهداء حمزة. And this is Muhammad, and this is سيدنا يونس, and this is سيدنا أيور خلاص جبتها راح. سابينا, نسمة, أنيسة, فهيمة, جيليا and مي. So يا شباب, في أي مكان في الدنيا, at every part of the world, Islam is not 5 pillars. Islam is what's after the 5 pillars. الإيمان, faith, هو بيسميه ما استقر في القلب وصدقه العمل. What has been settled inside the heart and being seen as action in the community. Clear? So to conclude, we have to know the challenges, otherwise you shouldn't come to the Islamic Relief or to any other organization. You have to know it. Then we have to understand our deen and understand one thing. The last message is every human being, this is the message, has been created for a purpose in life. Don't ever think that Allah created you without a purpose. Whatever you call it. There's a purpose for our life. You have to choose a purpose for your life.
We can choose, or Allah decided the purpose.
Well, Allah will help you to find out. It starts like this. First of all, if you are sincere enough, you will have to discover yourself first. وفي أنفسهم أفلا يبصرون. Start to discover yourself. When you discover the intellect inside yourself, Allah will be able, Allah will let you to be able to see what's surrounding you, to discover. Then after that, Allah will make you His custodian to conquer the whole thing around you. So yourself first to discover what Allah put inside you. Each one of you, Sister Julia, Sister Julia, each one of you has Ruh Allah in him. French, لو سمحت.
Chaque personne elle a le souffle d'Allah en lui.
Why? لأن ربنا قال إيه؟ ونفخنا فيه من روحنا. قرآن. ده آدم ده آدم ده. الله قال إيه في الآية؟
Allah il a insufflé en fait de son souffle dans Adam.
الروح اللي راحت لآدم جت لنا. So يا جيليا يا جيليا Allah is in your heart. الله داخل جسدك. فإن روح الله أنا آسف روح الله وكل خصائص آدم بنتوارثها من آدم. And all the characters and specification of Adam come to us as his children. So you have to discover it. والخصائص دي هي ايه بقى؟ ربنا قال سبحانه وتعالى وعلمنا آدم French.
Allah il a enseigné à Adam tous les noms.
كل هذه المعلومات عندك وعند مي وعند فهيمة وعند أنيسة وعند سبينة وعند أيور وعند حمزة وعند سيدنا يونس وعند محمد موجودة جوه. It's inside you. And Allah put His soul in Adam which comes to you. Why don't you discover yourself? لماذا لا تكتشفي ما هو فيك من هذه الملكات؟ French one.
On va dire le fait qu'Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala il a insufflé en Adam, c'est-à-dire les fils d'Adam, le souffle d'Allah Azza wa Jal, il faut faire le travail d'introspection pour se connaître nous-mêmes en cherchant à nous comprendre, à nous connaître, ce qui va ramener la connaissance de Dieu.
وهذه هي الرسالة الأخيرة. This is the last message. French.
C'est le dernier message.
الرسالة الأخيرة إيه؟
J'obéis aux ordres.
الرسالة الأخيرة هو التحدي لكي تكتشفوا ما وضعه الله فيكم من ملكات وعلوم وقدرات.
Du coup, le challenge de toute une vie, c'est de découvrir ce que Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala il a mis en chacun d'entre nous. Il faut essayer de découvrir et le mettre en action.
لن تستطيعوا أن تغيروا المجتمع دون أن تكتشفوا ما أعطاه الله سبحانه وتعالى لكم من قدرات. You will never be able to change the community unless you discover the talent and the intellect inside you, which have been given to you by Allah.
On ne sera jamais capable d'apporter quelconque changement, aucun changement de la société, si on n'est pas en capacité de découvrir les habilités, les compétences, les capacités qu'Allah a mis en nous.
You will never succeed because your father is the president, or is a millionaire, or the billionaire, or the trillionaire. You will never succeed because you just had a degree. You have to start on yourself first and become faithful and sincere and believing in Allah.
Donc on a dit peu importe notre père c'est les millionnaires, trillionnaires, milliardaires, peu importe, en fait on doit d'abord commencer par nous-mêmes.
وهذه هي الرسالة الأخيرة. This is the last message, is to know what you have inside you, what you can do outside for the community If you cannot understand what you have, you will never be able to do what you can. معلش أنا أصل بقى. I'll tell you something. You will never be able to make the change unless you understand and discover what you have inside you. It is very difficult. No, try. Try and fail. So what? Try then try again. So what? Try and try again 100 times. So what? All the people who won the Nobel Peace Prize did not win it because they tried once. They might have tried 100 times or 1,000 times. Is it right, Sister Fahima? Keep trying. Huh? So please, sisters and brothers, my last message is discover what talent Allah has put inside you. وفي أنفسكم أفلا تبصرون. That's right, brother Ayur. Look at yourself. Look at the system inside you. Look at who is keeping your system while you are asleep. The heart is functioning, the lung is functioning, the kidney is functioning, the liver is functioning, the brain is functioning, the eye is functioning, the ear is functioning while you are asleep. And everything is functioning. How? Without you in control of it. وفي أنفسكم أفلا تبصرون. Everything is functioning. Your memory, your feeling, your pain, your dreams. You see dreams when you are sleeping, when your eyes are closed. And you taste the nice food when you are sleeping, when there's no food in your mouth. Is that right? Yes. And you wear nice clothes when you are sleeping in a dream. How do you have all this? Who's doing this? Challenge, discover yourself. When you discover yourselves, you will be able to become a change maker. Change makers are not just somebody who has a degree. Could be very good in a degree, which is good. But you have to discover yourself. Okay, this was the last message from me to you. And I think I made you tired. Even I can see your hair going up.
It's great.
if I work with you, it will be great in few months' time. Most of the people who used to work with me become no hair or gray hair. As you can just hardly see.
Yeah, but they keep working. They don't stop.
Yeah, because there's no... Any other question from all the sisters? Fahima, Anisa, Sabina, you, Jilia, Mai, Muhammad.
Just one short one.
Yes, go on.
When you met your doctor and you said you failed.
Yeah.
How many times did you fail?
Once, alhamdulillah. No. But I'll tell you the story. Before that, when I got the exam for license to practice medicine in UK, I failed 5 times. Alhamdulillah. To make you happy, yeah? To get the certificate to become a doctor in UK, okay? I failed in English because it was English and medicine. I failed 5 times. Alhamdulillah, I got it in the 5th time. Even my driving license, I failed 5 times. 5, very good number for me. But I kept trying. Till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me the certificate. Any other question from Hamza, the uncle of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or Yunus while he is still in the belly of the whale? Or Ayur when he is actually a translator? No? Sabina,
Just thank you.
Anisa, you are tired from me, huh? Fahima, you, not Ju,
Yes.
Julia, May. Okay, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. Jazakum Allah khair. Inshallah, and I'm very happy. I'm very motivated, by the way. You motivated me because I took all the barakah from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Somebody was here? I'm not sure. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 barakah from you, and you only took 1 barakah from me. So who is winning? Me.
We are.
No, but you're taking from one source.
But you was 10 or 100.
No. I'm not. I'm just one that is one. A man is a man. When he meets Allah, he's a man, not 10 men. When you meet Allah as 10 women, هتقبلي ربنا وانت 10 نسوان؟ واحدة خلاص. Each one of us is one. So I took the barakah from 9 of you. Bismillah, mashallah. 9,000, and you took 1,000 from me. Who's winning? It's me.
I'm doing one Umrah and then I'm winning.
Oh. All right. Inshallah. So, Jazakumullah khair. May Allah bless you, inshallah. I'll see you another time. Alaikum assalam.